Hey y'all, it's your favorite trader Jazz, and today I want to touch on the topic of setting realistic goals and why it is so important and imperative to becoming a profitable trader. So even just the word realistic has a different meaning to everyone. So I like to talk about percentages. People ask me all the time, how much money can I make in a day? How much money can I make in a week? You know, it's really going to be about percentages. And I did a video on why I strive for only 10% a day every day. And I really encourage you guys to watch that video if you haven't seen it already. But for me, that's a realistic goal. Realistic and profitable goal is 10% a day on your account. Now, if you're talking about wanting to quit your 9 to 5 and wanting trading to completely replace your income, I don't recommend anybody doing that unless you have an account that's over like $50,000. Because you have made trading your only source of income, you may need to strive for 20% a day or 30% a day, which is going to be more difficult to hit. Do not rush to quit your job to trade full time, because if your account gets depleted, then what? Anyways, that's another topic. But as far as setting realistic goals, set a realistic goal for you and your account size. If you aim too high and you're not reaching those goals, you're not hitting the mark that you set, you are going to feel like a failure and you're going to give up. You're not going to have the motivation to keep going if you are constantly not hitting your goals. It's just human nature for us to not want to keep going after something that's in our minds not working for us. So if you set realistic goals, which may seem small, and you're constantly hitting them, that gives you so much confidence to keep going, and then you can tailor your goals, and you can always move the goalpost. But to say, oh, I want to make $5,000 a month, my second month of trading, it's probably not going to happen. And if that doesn't happen, I don't want you guys to get discouraged and give up and say this is a scam and you can't do it and you don't try anymore. When you set realistic goals, like, okay, I want to make $100 a week. That is realistic for pretty much anybody with pretty much any account size. So that's a realistic goal. And if you consistently hit that, then you can move it up. Okay, I want to make $200 a week, $300 a week, $400 a week. And you just keep on moving it up, but you have to start small. So set your goals low or small at first. Then get that confidence and that practice of reaching and exceeding those goals, and then move the goalpost. Another thing is, if you do not set realistic goals, that is one way to almost guarantee that you will overtrade. Let's say that you start off with a goal of making $500 a week and you only have a $2,000 account size and you traded all 4 days for the week. It's the end of day Thursday, you've traded all 4 days and you've made $300 profit. That's really good on that account size, but that's not your $500 a week goal. And now you only have 1 day to complete that. So you have 1 day to try to make what you made in 2.5 days. Do you see how that can make you overtrade? That can make you go into Friday's trading session like, okay, I got to make $200 today and hit my goal, and overtrade and want to revenge trade and want to trade all day until you hit it and then lose. The more you trade throughout the day, the more likely you are to lose. Instead of just being happy with the fact that you just made $300 off a $2,000 account, that's really, really good. That's a 15% return on your investment. That's solid. People that just invest in the S&P 500, they're hoping to get 5% return in a year. You made 15% return in 4 days. You should be celebrating. But instead, you are anxious in wanting to get to that $500 goal that you set for yourself. So that is where setting unrealistic goals or super high goals, especially at first, can really trip you up. Always start small, and then as you hit those small goals, move the goalpost if you want. Move the goalpost and start going for those bigger goals.